There are far too many students who do not have the vaccinations they need to keep themselves and your kids healthy. That is according to the Florida Department of Health. New data shows that nearly 93% of kindergarten students and about 91% of seventh graders have their required immunizations this year. While those percentages do seem high, it's actually the lowest vaccination level in a decade. In fact, here in Duval County, the numbers actually fall below the national standards. So which kids are behind the most in getting their vaccinations, and what vaccinations do they need? Joining me now is Dr. Pauline Roll, the medical director of the Duval County Health Department. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Is this an issue, you think, of parents still being worried about vaccines and them possibly harming their child, and that's why they're not getting the vaccinations?
Some of it may be due to that, but some of it is the busyness of life, and parents are getting mixed messages. And so we have so many touch points with kids at the provider's office, at the school, and we are partners in their care. And so it's important for us to remind parents that it is important to have these vaccines.
So let's start with the kindergartners. Usually because they're going to school, to an elementary school for the first time, unless they're enrolled in that school for VPK as an example, then there is someone there who's saying, okay, you need your blue form and your yellow form, right? Okay, so you need all of that when you're going to school. Is it just being missed, you think, because there aren't maybe enough nurses at the schools that people are going through and checking them, and it really falls on the parents to make sure they have what they need?
Well, the recent report release showed that some of the kids are falling through the cracks because some of the folks at the schools are not well trained, and so they're missing some of these kids who have been certified as being complete when they're really not. And so some of it is that the nurses may be missing some of it because of the number of kids, but there are also other personnel at the school that also look at the vaccination records, and it may be being missed.
So for kids in kindergarten, I mean, they pretty much need most of the shots in terms of DTaP and MMR. For parents who are at home, who have a child who's getting ready to enter kindergarten, what do they need to know in terms of what shots they need to have for them to start, let's say, coming up in August?
Right. As you mentioned, DTaP, but there's also polio, the Haemophilus influenza B vaccine, hepatitis B, MMR, which is measles, mumps, rubella, and the chickenpox shot, also known as varicella. Now, so very important.
Very important, and it's interesting, too, because I think that you do have parents who say, well, polio. Polio was eradicated from this country years ago. We don't need to worry about it. And the reality is the reason it was eradicated is because we don't have it. Yes. And there are other countries that still have polio, and those children could come here and infect our kids.
Yes, we need to remember that we live in a global society, and so people travel all of the time and are exposed to all kinds of diseases when they travel. And if these kids are not properly vaccinated, they could potentially be exposed to illnesses, which could be devastating. And so although we don't see a lot of these things anymore, think about it. Now we're seeing increases of measles in the community, when for a while we didn't see those illnesses in the community because of vaccination. So it's important to remember that we must vaccinate the kids because they are vulnerable to these diseases.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because what you also have to remember is that you may have a baby in your family who is not old enough yet to get the certain vaccine. I have seen what whooping cough or DTaP is what the pertussis part of that can protect against. I mean, it can kill babies.
Yes, great point. And so for 7th grade entry, the Tdap is required. Why? Because your immunity wanes as you get to be older. And so we want to protect those infants who aren't able to be vaccinated, like your 2-week-old. They're not able to get the tetanus or the pertussis vaccine at that point. So it's important that the older kids and the adults, let's not forget adults, need to be vaccinated as well.
So also 7th grade is another age point, right? That's because, do you find that many parents, they remember to take their kids for that yearly physical, up until 5 or 6, and they forget 7th grade's a big year?
Right. The athletes tend to come every year for their sports physicals, but other kids tend not to. And so it's easy for parents to forget. But between 11 and 12 years of age, other vaccines are due.
Yeah, it's interesting. I took my son, in fact, just 2 weeks ago for his, and 2 shots in each arm. It is not always a comfortable thing, but to know that he's protected is the most important thing. As I'm holding his hand and saying, babe, this is important, it's about you staying healthy from things that can, quite frankly, kill you.
Absolutely. I'm one of those people who was afraid of it. I was like, ah! But, my staff would talk me through it for my flu shot every year, and we managed to get through it just fine.
Thank you so much for being here. It's an important reminder, not just for educators, but also for parents as well, to be responsible.